Hello, hello, everyone. So today is day 11. For the last 10 days, we've been talking about business owners, about cash flow, and today I am shifting gears completely. If you are a college athlete, a parent of a college athlete, or you work in an athletic department, this next stretch of videos is for you. But first, let's make sure everyone's on the same page. NIL stands for name, image, and likeness. It's the right college athletes have right now to get paid for just being themselves, for using their name in an ad, for using their image on a poster or a social post, for using their likeness in a video game or a brand campaign. Think FIFA and all those other video games, right? Before a few years ago, none of that was allowed. Athletes could play in front of millions of people and not see a dime from it. Now, they can sign brand deals, get paid for their appearances, sell merchandise with their own name on it, post sponsored content, and more. It's a massive shift, and it's created real opportunities for these student athletes. But there's one problem with that, and it's about to surprise a lot of people. And I want to get ahead of it before tax season does the surprising for you. NIL money is taxable, and most athletes and their parents have no idea. So people say, wait, NIL money is actually taxed. Yep, every dollar. NIL income is treated the same way as self-employment income. That means it's not just income tax. It's self-employment tax on top of that, which is about 15.5% or so. So if you get a brand deal for, say, $5,000, as an athlete, you don't get to keep $5,000. A chunk of that already belongs to the IRS, whether you have set it aside or not. Why don't athletes already know this? Because nobody's required to tell them. Like, let's be for real. Nobody's required to tell them. There's no NCAA mandated financial education around this. There will be. I'm creating one. Spoiler alert. But most athletes go from scholarship and meal plan straight into a brand deal that wires 5 figures into their account. There's no classes, no orientations, no conversation that prepares them for what that money actually means. The deal feels like it's a win, and it is. It is. But nobody explains the tax side until it's too late. So, question 3, what does that 1099 form for an NIL athlete even mean? Glad you asked. If you do NIL deals, you're going to get a 1099 NEC, not a W-2. A W-2 is what an employee gets where taxes are already being taken out before the money hits your bank account. A 1099 means none of that is going to happen. The full amount lands in your account, and it's on you, the student athlete, to set aside what you will owe. That's the part that catches people off guard. The money looks bigger than it actually is. Question 4, what happens if an athlete already spent the money? Well, that typically happens more than people think. That happens in business as well. So the deal comes in, right? The money feels real. It feels available. It feels like it needs to be spent. Burning a hole in your pocket. Then tax season hits and the bills are due and the money's gone. If that's already happened to you, here's the truth. You're not the first, and there are definitely ways to handle it. Payment plans do exist with the IRS, but the best fix is preventing it next time, which means setting aside money before it lands, not after. So question 5, What about deals that aren't cash, like a free car? This is one of the most misunderstood parts of NIL. If a brand gives you a car as part of a deal, that car has a fair market value to it. And if you owe taxes on that value, even though no cash touched your hands, you got to pay. You got to pay the taxes on that. I've talked to many athletes. My child is also a student athlete, who have said, she did not get a car. Wish she did. Mom paid for it. But I have talked to athletes who have said, I got a car as part of my NIL deal, and now I owe taxes on a car I don't even own anymore. Non-cash deals are still taxable income. And that surprises almost everyone the first time they hear it or the first time I've said it. Does it matter if the athlete competes or lives in more than one state? It can. It can. Multi-state filing is a real consideration for NIL athletes, especially if you transfer schools or your deals involve appearances in different states. Think about Hollywood, right? Someone can live in Texas and go to California and do a movie. They have to pay taxes in California. Same thing with athletes. But this is not something that you need to go figure out alone in April. It's something that you need to understand early so there are no surprises when it's time to file. So question 7, what should an athlete actually do about all of this? 3 things, starting today. 1, open a separate bank account just for your NIL money. Do not mix it with your personal money. We've said that before in another video. It's the same thing as having a business income mixed in with your personal income. Don't do it. 2, every time a deal pays out, set aside roughly 20 to 30%. I say probably 35 to 40 because you never know when taxes are going to go up, or if you have more money coming in than what you expected and you have to pay a higher bracket. Before you touch the rest, make sure you set aside at least 25 to 30%. And then number 3, make quarterly estimated tax payments instead of waiting until April, because the IRS expects payments throughout the year and not in just one lump sum. Plus, you get to keep a little bit more money when you pay a little bit at a time than doing that lump sum at the end, right? So those 3 habits alone will prevent the vast majority of NIL tax surprises. In closing, NIL money is an incredible opportunity, but it's also real income with real tax responsibility attached to it. Athletes who do well with this aren't the ones who earn the most. They're the ones who understand what they're actually keeping. That starts with knowing this one fact. NIL money is taxable, and it's on you to plan for it. Thanks for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.